Hi everybody, this is Guido with Lenovo and I'm here with the IdeaPad 115 IBY. Today we're going to be replacing the optical drive. The process will take us around 15 minutes, so you might want to have a little practice at working with computers before trying this one. The tools required will be a Phillips screwdriver and a plastic prying tool. Now, before you continue, make sure you are protected against static electricity or electrostatic discharge. For more information on this, click the link in the description. Now, first of all, power off your machine and disconnect all the cables and accessories from the system once it is completely powered off. Then place your machine on a flat, hard surface and you're ready to begin. Okay, let's get started. Alright, so after we make sure we have no static electricity on our body, we can get started. First thing to do is we have to remove 3 screws on the bottom case. And it's easy to find them because there's the small keyboard symbol engraved on the case. Alright, so we first remove these 3 screws. 1. Second one, and the third one. Here we go. After we completed this, next step is turn the machine upside down, face up, and then we have to open the lid. And now we have to remove the keyboard. As you can see, there is no screw on top of the keyboard, so we have to pry open the keyboard, disengage it from the keyboard bezel. So what we can do first is that we try to slide a little bit the keyboard downwards so that there's a little bit of space on the top edge. And we can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 plastic tabs inside the keyboard bezel that we have to disengage, that we have to pry open. So using a plastic tool like this spudger, we can just apply a little bit of lever near the plastic tabs. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. You see that we are lifting the keyboard up, and then here's the 5th. All right, so now we have tried to open the top side of the keyboard. The side is still engaged, but we can flex the sides of the keyboard a little bit so that we can free the keyboard from the plastic tabs. So next step is sliding the keyboard up like this a little bit, so we have disengaged the bottom plastic tabs. And now we have to remove the cable, disconnect the keyboard. So using your fingernails, maybe that's easier, just open the lock and then take out the cable. We can just pull it out like this. Okay, so we remove the keyboard. All right, after removing the keyboard, we can now have access to the optical drive. The thing we have to do is removing the single screw that retains the optical drive to the chassis. So let's remove this screw here. Okay, after we remove the screw, we have to slide the optical drive out of its bay. We can push from here or pull from outside and slide the optical drive out. Okay, the last thing we have to do is, if our replacement optical drive doesn't come with the bezel and with the bracket, then we have to take them from the original unit. How to do that? Well, for the bezel, you see this small hole in the front. You have to take a paper clip and straighten it up. Then you can insert it in this small hole here to unlock the optical drive bay. Once it is open, then there's 4 plastic hooks that we have to pry open. So the best thing we can do is just to use some force on this, starting from this corner, and then slightly open it and pry open the 4 plastic hooks. And then for the bracket, we just have to remove 1 screw, and it's easy to just take it away. right? Okay. All right, now we take our replacement optical drive. First, we install the bracket like this. And we install one screw. All right. Then we have to open the drive bay. So we take the paper clip again. There's a small hole here and we open it. And then we take the bezel. We start from the bigger plastic hook here at the bottom as we insert it. And then we make sure that all the plastic hooks are inserted. And then we push until we hear the click. And we are ready. Now we have to slide the optical drive back into its bay until we see the bracket from here. Now we have to reinstall the screw. One thing to notice is that the screw from the bottom cover and this screw for the optical drive are of different sides. So we may want to be careful about that. So we just replace the screw here, we install the screw, and we're done. Now to install the keyboard. So we place the keyboard in position, face up. We see that the ribbon cable is on the bottom, so we pull it out so it's visible. And then we have to first connect the keyboard cable. So we put the cable like this, and then using the other finger, we just lock it to the main board. So now that we have connected the cable, it's time to install the keyboard. So we have to engage the bottom tabs of the keyboard itself into the keyboard bezel. Then next step will be engage the sides by flexing it a little bit. You see there's enough room, actually it's already in. And then we have to snap into place the top plastic bezel. So we have to make sure that all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We see the sound, we hear the sound, so they are all in place. When you have done that, we can see the keyboard is flat into the keyboard bezel, so it means that it's correctly installed. And that's it. So next thing is to install the screws. So we close the lid, then turn the machine face down on the table, and here we have the position of the 3 screws. As we said, there's a little keyboard symbol engraved on the cover of the case. 1, 2, and 3. And that's it.